Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets, the channel where we set aside tabloids and uncover the full, verified story behind Turkey's brightest stars. Detailed, well-sourced breakdowns are your thing? Press like, hit subscribe, and tap join so you never miss an episode. Today we open the door respectfully and in slow motion. A summer night that redefined romance for an entire fandom. The long-awaited wedding of Yağmur and Barış Baktas. Months of murmurs, countless Pinterest boards, and one airtight guest list finally culminated in a celebration that blended old world Istanbul charm with 21st century intention. By the end of this video, you'll know how the couple protected privacy, the cultural symbols woven into every detail, what famous faces witnessed their vows, and how one ceremony may shift the way celebrity weddings happen in the streaming era. 1. A love story forged off camera. First, a reminder of how we got here. The pair met on the set of Ken Kikaleri, a production notorious for dusk to dawn call sheets and emotionally heavy scripts. Between costume fittings and dialogue rehearsals, two habits set them apart. They arrived ridiculously early. And they left ridiculously quiet, no wrap party gossip, no caravan door drama. Slowly, early morning read-throughs turned into coffee-dark confessions about family, ambition, and the pressures of performing for millions. Crew members remember the moment they suspected real feelings. A night shoot wrapped at 3 a.m. Rain poured, taxis were scarce. Instead of racing to shelter, Barış insisted Yağmur sit in the only dry seat left in a shuttle while he stood. That single small deference said more than any bouquet. From then on, respect became their brand. To the proposal, a promise on a paper script. Fast forward 2 years. Production paused for a national holiday. Cast dispersed. Yağmur drove to a coastal retreat, thinking she had 48 hours of solitude before the next table read. But Barış had rewritten the script literally. He delivered a new scene draft by courier. Inside the envelope, a single page of dialogue culminating with, "Will you marry me?" typed center. He arrived moments later, ring in hand, not a photographer in sight. She said yes. They shredded the page together except for the line that mattered, now framed above their writing desk. 3. Planning the night. Warm summer, warm hearts. If the engagement, private logistics began. The couple hired a small planning team, sworn to 3 rules. Intimacy over spectacle. No televised ceremony. No drone swarms. Cultural authenticity. Every choice should reference Istanbul's layered history. Guest comfort. Friends must feel like participants, not extras. They chose a lay Tatman warehouse on the European shore, recently restored, but still wearing the patina of sea salt and iron rivets. Stone arches framed the Bosphorus. Cypress trees filtered the echo of passing ferries. Perfect, they agreed, for telling their love story in the city where it began. For setting the scene, design that breathes. Palette, ivory, soft ecru, and a single accent crimson echoing the bloodflower motif from their series. Rather than a towering floral wall, they lined the aisle with low bowls of seasonal blooms. White lisianthus, babies, breath, and discreet sprigs of pomegranate for longevity. Lighting. Warm Edison bulbs strung overhead in arcs, subtle as starlight. Candles floated in shallow water basins near the bar, flickering against quartz fragments in homage to traditional Turkish hammam basins, but reinvented. Seating in the round. No back rows, no taped-off VIP zones. Conversation mattered more than optics. 5. The guest list. Tight but impactful. Invitations capped at 90 names. Immediate family anchored the front arc. Trusted colleagues, costume leads, script supervisors. The first AD, who always had throat lozenges, were seated alongside the likes of veteran actor Tunçıl Summer and singer Melis Erden, whose lullaby soft ballads played during scene changes on set. Each invite carried a wax seal depicting a stylized tulip and carnation intertwined Ottoman emblems of passion and loyalty. Notably, journalists received polite "thank you for understanding" notes instead of invitations. Even without press access, respect won. Major outlets refrained from aerial intrusions after the couple donated to a press freedom fund earlier that month. Building goodwill money couldn't buy. 6. The ceremony. Short, symbolic, sincere. At sunset, the officiant led a bare-bones ritual. No podium. No mic stand, just human voices, sea breeze, and a quartet playing canon and cello. Vows lasted 3 minutes each. Barry's pledged to schedule stillness amid relentless filming. Yağmur vowed to pass him every script page with margin notes of encouragement. Rings, flat platinum, engraved inside with coordinates of their meet-cute coffee shop. The knot-tying tradition followed scarlet ribbon wrapped around joined hands by Bariza's mother. Then snipped to symbolize unbreakable union. Applause, yes, but also a hush, as though everyone felt Istanbul breathe in through the open arches. 7. Dining, dancing, daylight to moonlight flow. Menu. Chef-curated mezzas served family-style roasted aubergine hazelnut pomegranate salad, grilled sea bass and vine leaf, and lemon lavender sorbet, palate cleanser. Chosen because both actors share citrus allergies, only mild so dessert could be enjoyed safely by everyone. Drinks, a signature mocktail of rosewater, crushed ice, and local honey, reflecting the couple's teetotal preference. Guests who wanted wine found a boutique Nearance vintage labeled with the wedding seal. First dance, no choreographed waltz. Instead, they invited guests to encircle them while the quartet slowed into Inge, a folk song of patience and steady love. Halfway through, the circle dissolved. Laughter turned the dance floor into gentle chaos. 8. Digital footprint. Controlled, thoughtful release. 36 hours later, 3 photographs appeared simultaneously on both actors' feeds. Silhouette kissed the couple under string lights, heads touching. Hands and rings laid on a lace-edged script page marked End Scene, Begin Life. Candlelit group shot blurred enough to protect private faces, clear enough to convey universal happiness. Captions identical. Grateful hearts, new chapter. Hashtags, none. Within a day, the post broke 1 million likes. Yet comment sections remained overwhelmingly civil, proof that transparency, when delivered with dignity, can disarm negativity. 9. Aftermath. Industry, fanbase, cultural impact. Industry studios saw a marketing lightning bolt but tread softly. The couple's reps deferred interview requests, stating ongoing filming commitments. However, insiders whisper of a limited series adaptation of a classic Turkish love epic. Budget doubled by streaming investors hoping to cash in, though script approval will hinge on quality, not hype. Fandom shippers rejoiced. Yes, but an unexpected trend surfaced. Tutorials on planning eco-friendly weddings, inspired by Yağmur and Barış. Event planners reported spikes in inquiries for recycled wood arches and charity donation favors. Cultural commentary. Newspapers highlighted the absence of alcohol, speculating whether it signals a generational turn toward mindful celebrations. Columnists praised the decision to seat production crew alongside elite guests, calling it a quiet rebellion against hierarchical norms. 10. The broader meaning. Love without loudness. Why does this wedding resonate beyond fandom? Because it models an alternative to the spectacle-driven celebrity nuptial. Intimacy that invites rather than flaunts. Symbolism that educates rather than distracts. And a social media strategy that shares enough to satisfy curiosity while preserving personal sacredness. In an era where influencers live stream proposals with sponsor logos overhead, Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktas chose depth over distribution. Final thoughts, Sand, your turn. A year of quiet planning, a sunset vow, and 3 carefully chosen photos reset the bar for public love stories. The question now is, will public figures follow this blueprint? Or is this couple's balance of transparency and privacy uniquely theirs? Should celebrities share behind-the-scenes planning details to help fans feel included? Or guard those moments to protect authenticity? Let us know in the comments. This comprehensive walkthrough gave you a clearer lens on the wedding everyone's discussing. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next episode of Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, stay respectful, and goodbye.